This land has been home to people for thousands of years. The rivers, the red clay, the longleaf pine, they shaped everyone who ever lived here. And everyone who ever lived here shaped what Warren County is today. The Tuscarora, the Saponi, and others, ancestors of the Halawa Saponi people, were the first stewards of this land. Farmers, traders, and community builders whose knowledge of these river bottoms and red clay ridges runs deeper than any deed. After the Tuscarora War of 1711, many fled north, but others stayed, adapting and enduring, weaving their presence into the very soil of what would become Warren County. In 1764, colonial officials created Butte County from the vast Granville Grant. It was short-lived. In 1779, as the Revolution drew to a close, the North Carolina General Assembly divided it in two. Warren County was an act of remembrance, a community honoring someone who gave everything for an idea that was still being tested. That spirit of building something worthy of sacrifice runs through every generation that followed. Warrenton became the county seat, and by 1840, one of the most prosperous and cosmopolitan towns in North Carolina. Its law offices shaped the state's courts. Its academies drew students from across the region. The architecture that survives tells the story. Federal townhouses, Greek Revival porticos, Italianate facades. Built by many hands, they stand as testimony to what a community can raise together. Among those who shaped the county in its first century, Nathaniel Macon, congressman, Speaker of the House, and a defining voice in the young republic. Tobacco was Warren County's first great cash crop, and the labor that made it possible was the labor of enslaved men and women whose skill, knowledge, and endurance built the county's early wealth. At places like Oakley Grove Plantation in Vaughn, 7,000 acres, 175 enslaved people. Entire communities were built by people who owned none of it. Their contributions are woven into the very ground of Warren County. Among them, a 14-year-old boy named Byron. In 1865, Byron learned the war was over. He walked away from Oakley Grove on foot southeast to Shockoe Township, to a farm on Lickskillet Road. He arrived with nothing but what he knew about land and work. While Warrenton was built on law and commerce, Norlina was built on iron rails. The Seaboard Airline Railroad built this town, and the depot became its civic heart. And then there is Macon, shaped by the same agricultural rhythms that ran through the whole county, its churches and community spaces gathering generations of Warren County families. Community in Warren County was never just geography. The Plumber Hook and Ladder Company, one of the region's earliest volunteer fire companies, was neighbors organizing themselves, deciding that what they had built together was worth protecting together. In the 1970s, civil rights leader Floyd McKissick built more than a planned community at Soul City. He brought water infrastructure to parts of Warren County that had no rivers, no natural springs, places that had never had it before. That infrastructure quietly outlasted the political battles around Soul City. It laid pipe. It brought water. And decades later, it would make possible something McKissick may not have imagined, but surely would have welcomed. Across Warrenton, Norlina, and Macon, in courthouses and depots, in churches and community halls, the people of Warren County built something lasting. Not one people, not one story, but many hands building one place. The Halawa Saponi who farmed these bottomlands. The enslaved men and women who built what they could not own. The freed people who walked away and built something new. The railroad workers, the shopkeepers, the fire volunteers. All of them laid the foundation. Warren County at 250 years is not just what it was. It is everything that was built, and everything still being built.